Hello, welcome. We don't have a name yet, or do we? I don't know, Cameron.
No, we don't have a name. But this episode of our famous worldwide recognized podcast is Oasis and how we fell in love with them.
It's like any love story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
But real love doesn't end.
No, that's why this story doesn't have an end.
It's because we still love Oasis.
'Cause-
And Oasis still loves us.
yes, I don't know if they love each other still.
No, I don't think Oasis loves itself anymore.
Well, a few weeks ago, I was sat at home. I looked up on YouTube Oasis. I found a documentary, Oasis Supersonic. Previously, my girlfriend, she'd listened to Oasis. She got an Oasis record I remember for a birthday at one time, and I was like, "Who the fuck is Oasis?" I don't even think I'd heard Wonderwall at the time. Anyway,
You hadn't heard Wonderful in your life.
no, not for a long time, and so I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" And a few years later, we'll skip a few years to current day. I find this documentary. I say, okay, let's have a look. This band must be important if it's got a documentary. Must be culturally significant. And if Sarah likes them, all the better. So, pop it on. Hooked. These guys. Biggest wankers I've ever seen in my life. It's hilarious. The funniest people. At one point, Liam or someone hits Noel on the head with a cricket bat, and then they're looking back on it, and they speak of it so fondly, but
I hope they didn't look back in anger on that.
no, no, they surely didn't. They spoke really fondly of it, and they just said like yeah, it's a right good time, but don't know if the cricket bat was necessary. And I was like, oh, these guys. But no, their songs were great. Their sort of attitude was what you'd want from a rock and roll band, and got Wonderwall stuck in my head. Popped on the whole album, got all the songs stuck in my head. This was when I was up in Auckland. I moved back to Christchurch. I was still singing the songs. In fact, I listened to a little bit of the album on the plane ride. When I got back, Cameron came down, and we were listening, and I kept singing the song. Cameron sang the song, and the rest, as they say, was up to Cameron to tell.
Yeah. Well, Oasis are just a band that have always existed for me. I can't remember a time when I didn't know of Oasis. That song Wonderwall is one of the best songs I've ever heard because it's so catchy.
It's got such good meter. It's got such good rhyme that it's not like a disjointed thing.
I know.
Some songs are just like they the rhyming is a bit of a stretch, and like the line like it doesn't roll out as well.
It's a real simple song, and it's almost cliched lyrics, and so you know what the next line's going to be.
Oh yeah.
And that's what makes it so beautiful. It's a pop song wrapped in a rock band.
Yeah, boy.
And I've listened to that song for probably going on 10 years now, Wonderwall. And I think it just doesn't get better than that.
Doesn't get better than that.
Everyone makes Oasis are kind of a bit of a Nickelback almost, where it's people who play Wonderwall.
Oh yeah.
It's become a running gag
yeah.
Because I think it's quite easy to play, isn't it?
It must be. I don't know.
It must be easy to play, and it's very easy to sing, as we've come to learn.
And it's got. I think it's because it's easy to play, and because it's easy to sing, and also because it's like pretty decent as well.
Mm-hmm.
That a lot of guys sing it around the campfire when they bring out the guitar. That's sort of the gag, and they're like, oh, so can you only play Wonderwall on the guitar? Yeah.
Yeah, but my only really I've got two memories of Oasis that aren't about Wonderwall. And the first one is with my dad.
Yep.
And I remember one time, I think he had the Oasis album. What's the Story? Morning Glory.
Brilliant album.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Let's just put that there. When I'm actually, over a short period of time since I've listened to it, and now, the album has actually changed my life.
Fair enough. Fair enough,
And it's
absolutely.
going on my top 10 list. No doubt.
I've been meaning to write a list of albums, influential albums that I think about different points in my life in.
Yeah, it's good.
But it has to be full albums. It's not like, because there's some bands like the Rolling Stones where I'll be like, shit, I know a lot of Rolling Stones songs, but I don't know any of their albums. I've tried to listen to Exile on Main Street a few times because Rolling Stone, the magazine, not the band, said it's in the top 10 on the 500 greatest albums of all time list.
Is Velvet Underground Nico on that list?
Yeah, it's on the list, but
On top 10?
it could be on top 10. It's pretty high up. But I can't really, so I'm going to make that list at some point, don't know when. But anyway.
Like albums that you have listened to at different stages during your life.
Kind of, yeah. It's albums that I kind of know the full CD to, and even years after never hearing it, it's kind of like you just know it. You know what's coming next,
that's a good list to make. I'd have some Elton John on that list. I'd have some Cat Stevens.
Yep.
I'd have some...
It's probably albums that your parents listened to and forced you to listen to.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing with parents, now that we've brought it up.
Well, I could get back to my parents' story about my dad.
Oh, yeah.
So the story goes, he was a big U2 fan, and so I was also a U2 fan. U2 were the first band I ever loved, and there's lots of similarities between U2 and Oasis. Yeah. U2 being from Ireland and Oasis are English, right?
Manchester, they're from you.
Manchester,
So,
yep.
yeah. Couple of Manx.
Yep, couple of Manx. And I remember Oasis, I think one of them has gone on record, either Noel or Liam, and talked shit about U2. How they're going to be bigger than U2, they're going to last longer than U2, they got better music than
I'll tell you
U2.
what, they do, in my opinion.
Oh, I like U2. I've still got that love in my heart for U2.
I don't know much about U2, so...
You should listen to U2 after this.
I'd probably like them.
Their album, Tong Baby, that they released in 1991, redefined their sound completely.
I think Morning Glory came out in 1992.
No, it was 95.
Morning Glory?
Yep, 95.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so they were kind of around at the same time. And I remember hearing the story of where just Oasis were talking shit about U2. And they'd be like, we got better songs, we got better people, we got better music. And they're really just assholes, and it went to their head. The fame really went to the head.
I don't know if the fame went to the head.
Maybe they were always like that.
I think they were just assholes.
Yeah.
I think they're just real cocky. I think at one point one of them said they want to get in the fucking boxing ring with Robbie Williams. So I thought they'll be up with him as well. So I think that was the three sort of Britpop, or not Britpop, but sort of Europe pop bands. U2, Oasis, and then Blur as well.
I read that on the Wikipedia page, yeah.
Yeah. And Rebecca Pittman told me that too. Maybe she read it on the Wikipedia page.
Maybe she's listening right now.
Oh. Is that you, Rebecca?
Hello?
Hello.
So parents' music tastes influencing.
Oh yeah, so I've brought up, I mean, because I couldn't find that documentary online, so I had to buy it on iTunes.
Oh, you paid for it?
I paid for it. I paid $7 to rent it for 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept saying, who wants to watch this Oasis documentary with me? And they'll be like, and Dad said, Oasis? They're a couple of fucking dickheads. And Mum said, oh, not really. But the thing is, you can say Oasis to anyone, and they know.
Yeah.
Even Mum said, because I went out that night and I came home and she had friends over, and I think they were playing some songs, and Wonderwall must have come on. And one of Mum's friends said, oh, I really like this song. You guys remember Oasis? And Mum was like, oh, shit. Zach will be able to tell you about them because he just watched a documentary on them. And I could have told them about them.
But you didn't.
But I didn't know I wasn't there.
By choice.
No, it just wasn't there.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have told them about them anyway.
I always hate those situations where someone says, "Hey, why don't you tell the story?"
Oh, fuck.
Like, especially when it's stories you're not really wanting to tell because you've already told it once. You've already probably told it before that. Isn't that just
My mum does that often when family comes over.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting there talking, and then mum will just say, without considering anyone else, "Hey Zach, why don't you read that thing you wrote?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's really embarrassing. It's really put me out." And same with Brady. She'd be like, "Hey Brady, can you play a song on the piano?" Brady would be like, "Oh, we'll have to," and we have to do it in the end because it's really awkward. It really, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, anyway, here's Wonderwall. You should tell Brady that every time you should just play Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be good?
Oh,
You
yeah,
go,
just
dun,
every
dun,
time.
dun, 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 dun.
That's a great song. Don't Look Back in Anger is a good song. Champagne Supernova is a good song. These are all this sort of.
That's all we know. It's all the songs everyone knows. They're the best songs.
Yeah, for a reason though. These are great songs. And there's that other song. I forget what it's called about people.
Do you mean what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How's that one go? It's like,
all my people right here, right now.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Shit, it's just good.
Just good light music.
It's wholesome music.
Yeah.
Have you done that subreddit, wholesome starter packs?
No.
Oh, it was quite funny. And every one like the good friend, and it just says things like, "Oh, you don't drink? Oh, that's okay," and just stuff like that. It's real funny. It's all like real good people, and it'll be like the good cop starter pack. And be like, under 18 but drinking? You seem to know what you're doing. It's all right. Like, I'm gonna let you off with a warning. You're speeding, all that type of thing. It's just real good, wholesome people.
So Cameron said this joke earlier today.
This is a joke that it's exceeded the joke, transcended the joke, and it's now, we have to write this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's a legend.
Do you want, after we finish recording this, we should go and write it in like a script format thing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Do you want to explain it though, in case we'll try and remember it now?
Yeah. Okay. So
Where were we?
I'll give you some context. So we were in JB Hi-Fi. I went in wanting to get a Vivid.
And because you know how JB Hi-Fi are always writing copious
Big
amounts of signs and giant vivids.
Yeah, and I wanted to get a keyring as well. And so anyway, we were looking at the albums. There were no Oasis vinyls, but there were some CDs. And Cameron said, I did.
What are the odds?
Yeah, what are the odds? Should I explain the game of odds?
Nah, everyone knows what the game of odds
Alright,
is.
yeah. Essentially, I'll just quickly sum it up. Game of odds, you say, what are the odds you do this? You say a number. It corresponds with how much you want to do it. You both count down, and if you land on that number, you have to do it. So Cameron said, what are the odds that you go up to an employee in the store and say, you got any albums from the greatest band in the world? And they'll go, hey, I'm sorry, who's the greatest band in the world? And you sort of look at them like,
Oasis?
Oasis.
And you do it with a real condescending.
Yeah, condescending.
How can you not know that?
Yeah.
It's almost as if you
You got an
said,
idea?
you might as well have said, do you have any Beatles records? And they go, who? You go, the Beatles.
Oasis. Yeah. And Jesus, I laughed so hard. And it's now late at night. I didn't even end up getting a Vivid and a keyring because I got so distracted by that joke.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. Oh, and yeah, we will write that. It has so much potential.
And it's really like kind of a comedy skit type
Yeah.
thing. You can imagine like
Going like a sort of a man standing there in his
Yeah.
employee uniform, and then some guy coming up. You got any of the best band in the world? I'm sorry, who are the best band in the world? The Brothers.
Liam.
Liam.
No,
No. You're kidding me, right?
you gotta be kidding.
You gotta be kidding me. Oasis.
Maybe we're not doing it justice. But
I don't know if we're doing it justice,
we could
but-
write this script,
We can write this perfectly.
get it filmed real nice, viral sensation, absolutely comedy.
It
gold.
will be, and you can transfer it to different situations. Same joke.
You can.
Different situation.
What was the alternative one that I said?
You said radio station.
Radio station where you call up and they say, "Oh, we're taking your requests all night until midnight."
And we want the best band in the world.
Yeah, someone rings up and go, "Hey, players one by the best band in the world," and they go, "All right, here we go. We got a song by what's a band?"
Yeah, we got tracks here from the Beatles. We got the Rolling Stones.
And they go, that's when we also added the cough. We're like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
Beatles, Rolling Stones.
who are they?
No, the best band in the world. Best band. I'm sorry, sir. I don't really know.
I don't understand.
Oasis. And it's just so funny because of how true it is.
Yeah, it definitely is. And me and Karen, we're gonna go to a shop today and get matching Oasis shirts because we've become officially the biggest fans on earth.
Yeah, we should buy it. We should go online, look for an Oasis shirt, and buy one.
Yeah.
And just buy it.
Oasis keyring.
That's not a bad idea. You know, if you were to buy, say, 60 copies of What's the Story, Morning Glory, and to put those on your wall, that would be beautiful.
It would be beautiful. Have it put it as like skirting
Yep.
around the
Mhm.
That'd be good.
I'm struggling to think of any album that would look better on the wall repeatedly. In excess.
Yeah, definitely nothing by the Beatles
No. Or the Rolling Stones.
or the Rolling Stones. No,
U2? No.
no. Oh, maybe their newest one.
Yes. That, like, pregnant photo couple album cover they got going on.
Is that two guys?
Yeah, it's two guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta be. You wonder why that album was in the bargain bin when they released it for free.
Yeah.
Really gotta
Like,
wonder.
Do you think anyone listened to that on their iPhone and thought, Jesus, I'm going to go out and buy this now?
I wonder if they had that on vinyl. We could have asked them. Do you have the greatest free album of all time?
Greatest free album of all time.
And they'll be like,
Oasis? No.
no. They're far too good to be free.
Yeah. I'll give them a liver and a lung for...
I'd give them my entire possessions for their
No,
album.
the greatest free album.
What is it called? Songs of Innocence?
I don't know. I've never listened to U2, really. I don't, what's that one song by U2?
Bow wow, boom 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 boom, bow wow.
What's that one you're listening to today?
She moves in mysterious
I know that
ways.
song.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Is that the same one?
Yeah, it starts off with the bow wow.
Yeah.
That's off there. Tong baby.
I know that one. And I know when I watched Across the Universe, Bono's on that, and he's singing I Am the Walrus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he sings Lucy in the Scarlet Diamonds too, I think.
Bono's just really a great man.
Is he? I've heard that he's a bit of a jackass.
He kind of has got glaucoma.
Oh, I don't know if that makes him a jackass.
Yeah, but he has to wear sunglasses, and anyone who wears sunglasses indoors is kind of a jackass.
Yeah.
But he's got a medical condition, and so he has to.
Yeah, well, Doctor Strange, he's got broken hands.
So? And he's just an arsehole anyway.
That's another example of a medical condition.
So you've been diagnosed with broken hands.
With shaky hands. What did you think of Doctor Strange?
It was alright. You know, I saw a story. Did you see those articles about how Guardians of the Galaxy 2 got 100 on its test screening at Marvel? Apparently no movie ever gets 100, so it's quite rare. And then the first comment on Reddit was, Marvel movies doing well. In other news, water, wet.
Mm.
And then I thought that was quite funny, because it's a DC joke, and the movies are not doing well. But that joke was very funny in the movie. It was the only joke they've had, because they have a no jokes policy.
What subreddit?
Marvel. Yeah.
Did you see that? I think I showed you. There's the Arrow subreddit. Just like turned into a Daredevil subreddit.
Yeah.
Because of how shit Arrow became.
Yeah.
But people still say Arrow is alright.
No, it's one of the worst shows I've ever seen.
Is it?
Almost as bad as a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, yeah, that's...
We talked about that last time, but let's not talk about it again.
Well, that gets really good ratings.
Oh, I don't know why.
That's been getting really good ratings, just for a show. Did we talk about that last time? Or did we just talk about that in private?
No, we talked about it on the podcast. We were driving home and then we cut it short.
Oh.
We talked about that Patrick guy.
Neil Patrick Harris.
No, not that one. The other one. Said that.
Patrick Warburton.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. Who I usually like. Hey, let's talk about The Batman.
Oh, let's bring up The Batman.
Because I brought it up the other day, Cameron was looking at some Lego Batman.
I'm going to buy that Lego Clayface Batman set.
Just real quick here. Lego's actually amazing.
It's amazing that the pieces from when they first started still fit.
Is that?
They haven't changed the molds.
Oh, that's amazing.
They use and that's why Lego's so damn expensive, is because you're getting one of the most high quality products on the planet.
Well, you are, but it's still pretty expensive.
Oh, it costs a fortune, actually.
Yeah, it does. There's a set, it's a really small set that I really want to buy. It's like $40. So anyway, that Batman, really good show. And Cameron's telling me about the side-scroller game that they had online, the Flash game.
The Cobblebot Caper.
Oh, yeah. And I remember playing that for so long when I was a bit younger. I used to play that for like hours. Could never beat it. I think I got up to the two knife girls.
Yeah, those knife girls. Really, the game's simple. It's very, very easy. You just rapidly punch, press the punch and kick button. Not at once, but alternate between the two.
Oh.
And you can really defeat anyone by doing that.
Oh, good.
And so that's how I played it, and I beat the whole game in about 7 minutes. And do you remember the bit where it's like, I've trapped you, Batman. The whole place is going to blow. And then you have to run out of the building real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That used to really terrify me. I can never do it in time.
I hate timers on anything. Do you remember Codename Kids Next Door?
Oh, yes. Number one.
You like that show?
Yep.
Was number one your favourite?
Well, can you name another one?
Number 3.
Was that the green girl?
Yeah.
Did you like her because she was a girl?
Yeah, that's what I liked her.
What about the blonde one?
What, number 4?
Was that number 4?
Mm.
Number 2 was the guy with the helicopter hat.
Yeah, I never liked him because he was just a bit of a
Who was the guy with the yellow hair
fuck.
who wore the orange jumper?
Yeah, that's number 4.
Is that number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the girl with the yellow hair?
There's
blonde hair.
There's no girl. No.
No, there definitely is.
No, okay. So there's number 1.
Yep,
He wore a red...
the bald 8-year-old.
Yeah, he was a bald 8-year-old with glasses on. He wore a red jumper.
He looked like Bono, actually.
A little bit. Number 2 is a fat, dumb fuck kid.
Oh, yeah.
With the
brother named Tim or something.
Yeah, with the helicopter, with the aviator hat on.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, she had the sleeves that were too long and the green jacket, and she had black hair.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 was the blonde guy.
With the orange
jumper.
Yep.
And number 5, she had the red hat on, and she had bubblegum all the time.
The red hat on with the bubblegum?
Yeah. And like braided hair, and she was black.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, there's no blonde one.
I'm sure there was a blonde girl.
There's a blonde girl in the neighborhood kids from down the lane or whatever the fuck they call.
That might be what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I remember that.
What about were you the one that brought up, what was that alien show?
Lloyd in Space?
No.
But Ugly Martians.
But Ugly Martians.
Oh, But Ugly Martians is one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Have you watched it recently?
No, I've never watched it since I was young.
No.
I mean, I had the VHS tapes, and I also had the game for PC.
Did you ever have a crush on one of those cartoons?
No.
I used to have a crush on what's that robot show?
Robot show?
Yeah, her name was Jenny or something. She was a superhero robot, teenage. My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that show?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, well.
You had a crush on her.
And all that robot cartoon glory. Not even a cartoon person. It was a cartoon robot. It makes it 100 times worse.
Yeah. That does make it worse. I remember kind of having that, but not properly.
I like
you know?
Raven too.
Oh, from Teen Titans?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Me.
Who didn't?
I like it.
I always thought it was like Batman 1.5, because it was Robin in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
I kind of liked it.
What, Teen Titans? It's one of my favourite
Yeah,
shows.
because it was basically a Batman show.
Oh, yeah.
And when did Cyborg... When did he get the like leg up in the world that he became a Justice League member?
Yeah, why is
And not
Cyborg so
Teen
highly
Titans.
celebrated?
I don't know.
He's actually one of the least, powerful in the Teen Titans. Cause
I don't like how he looks in the new movie.
I don't
think
like how he
dumb.
looks in anything. I think Teen Titans was original. What has got Wonder Girl in it, has got Superboy in it.
Does it?
Not the show, but I think the team does.
Oh yeah.
Has got I think it's got some Kid Flash in it or something like that. And it's got Robin, it's got Raven, it's got Starfire, it's got Beast Boy and Cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
All of them, apart from Robin, have powers. And Cyborg gets to join the Justice League.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because Justice League has cool people like Martian Manhunter, who's this green guy who can go through.
Is Master Manhunter going to be in the
No,
Justice League movie?
no.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to do him. It's too powerful.
Yeah, I don't know how they would do him well. Maybe that's why they changed it. But Cyborg kind of sucks.
Cyborg fucking sucks. Yeah, he does.
They need Green Lantern. Green Lantern's cool, don't you think?
Who's your favourite Green Lantern?
It's got to be. I like the black one.
I forget his name.
John, was it John?
I think so.
Hal Jordan, and there's Guy Gardner,
Yeah.
and there's
There's one that's a real fucking douchebag.
I think that might be Hal Jordan.
No, there's one that's not Hal Jordan or Guy
Okay.
Gardner, but he's a real fucking bastard.
Ugh.
And he's real funny. Yeah, and then there's that John guy. He's, when I was reading the New 52 Green Lanterns, because they're the only Green Lanterns I've ever read, the only other thing I'm familiar with the Green Lantern is when I used to watch Super Friends or Injustice League, cartoon series, or in the movie. But in the New 52 series, it explained that the black guy, he was it's all about how they imagine things, that what they project from their rings.
Yeah.
And so that John guy, he's I think he was an architect, and so he builds the whole thing, and he's got moving gears in there.
Yeah.
Where Hal Jordan just does a big fucking fist.
Mm-hmm.
Where the John guy does a big moving thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I had to say on that. What was the last episode of that Justice League series? They fought. I think it was a double.
The animated series.
Yeah, I think it was a two-parter, and they fought the Like the bad Justice League?
Yeah.
Is that it? Do you remember?
Oh, no, I don't remember any of
Do you
it.
remember when Justice League went into the future and they teamed up with Batman Beyond?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Batman Beyond is one of the best ideas.
That's really cool.
It was really cool. And Terry was also cool.
What?
Terry McGinnis.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was a cool
Same show.
Batman.
Yeah. But that wasn't a cool Bruce Wayne, he was just a grumpy old man.
Do you know, I saw this thing on Reddit. It was this, like, poster. Well, not poster. It was an image from the show. And there was a scene where, like, one of the jocks was talking to one of the popular girls. And he was like, hey, you want to go for a ride? And then she said, like, no, I'm sick of seeing your car or something like that. And he's like, who said anything about a car? And that made it into the final show. And you think, as a kid...
Oh, it went over my head just now.
Oh, yeah, as a kid, definitely would have gone right over your head, wouldn't it?
Mm.
If you think about it, these are high school kids. Terry's high school.
Yeah, well, that's what happened in high school.
Yeah, of course that happens in high school. Girls go for rides.
Mm. On the dick.
Yeah, or in cars, even cars.
Both, yeah.
Do both at the same time.
Mm.
But children's show, you think, oh no, there's nothing sexual in those. They've got ratings and standards.
Yeah.
But they don't.
No. They let them slip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they let them in all the time. Do you remember that? His friend of Batman, they had a series of him on Cartoon Network.
Static Shock.
Static Shock, there, that's his name.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was DC or anything to do with Batman for the longest fucking time.
It's kind of a stupid show.
I thought it was a stupid show when I was a kid.
It looks stupid.
It looked dumb. I didn't know it had anything to do with Batman. Was Batman ever on the show?
Yeah, I think he was. Batman and Superman were on a few times.
What, from just League canon?
Yep, it was completely canon. Part of like the animated universe type thing.
Oh, jeez.
I know that, like, remember that show, Crypto the Superdog?
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I remember every time Ace the Bat Hound would come on.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be like, oh, shit, yes.
Yeah, every time Ace came in, I was like, oh. Yeah, Crypto's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, Crypto's too much like Superman. He's good at two shoes. But
Dumb fucking. Wasn't there a Wonder Woman thing as well?
everyone's got a pet, don't they?
Yeah.
What did Crypto the Superdog do? Do you remember any of the episodes?
No, I can't remember anything. I just remember what he looks like.
I remember him just being around his house a lot.
And talking.
Yeah, and talking. I want to try find some Crypto the Superdog episodes.
Death of Superman. Oh, and Superman. The Death of Superman.
Lives.
No, just the Death of Superman, the comic.
Oh yeah.
That's when all the other Supermen came in as well, like Superboy and
Okay.
Steel. Do you remember Steel?
No, I don't remember
I
Steel.
think it was a Shaq movie about Steel.
Okay.
I remember Steel.
Yeah.
I remember something about Steel. I've got nothing really else to say.
Oh, you've run out. Just exhausted all conversation topics.
Well,
Okay, that's a perfect episode then.
we might leave it there then.
Oasis, listen to them, watch Crypto the Superdog, Batman Beyond, Teen Titans, But Ugly Martians.
And listen to Oasis.
Listen to Oasis, U2, The Beatles, Rolling Stones. Diversify your media intake is really what we're trying to say, isn't it?
It definitely is. I had an encyclopedia of DC and Marvel, but I had DC first. I remember it was my fourth birthday, or it might have even been my 6th birthday, but it wasn't my 5th. I went to a maze, and before I went to the maze, I got the DC encyclopedia,
Mm-hmm.
and I treasured that fucking thing, and I learned everything in it. And it was just every single hero down to the smallest fucking guy like Calendar Man or some shit like that. Or even smaller than Calendar Man, because he's actually quite...
He's surprisingly well known.
He's surprisingly well known, but it went all the way down to like Sandman series sort of shit, like guy that walks past on one panel. I got a Marvel one too later on. I think you said you had one.
I have the DC, I have the Batman one. I never had a DC one specifically.
I had a DC one. I just fucking read through that and learned everything. And so now anytime anything comes up, I sort of just know it off. Like, just...
Yeah, I wish I had that.
Yeah, so that was my childhood. What was the point of that?
Childhood is better than adulthood.
Well, the better things in childhood make the worse things in adulthood a little bit better. That's profound. All right, I gotta go.
Yep.